What's up, guys? It's your boy Hokage, and we got to do this Bayern versus Borussia Monchengladbach post-match reaction and player ratings. And yeah, I'm like 8 hours late for the post-match. I had to go and do a bunch of shit after the game, but I'm here. Let's talk about it. And today the moral of the story is again, even with Harry Kane on the field, our attackers can't finish. And if my screen kind of tips around a bunch, it's because my laptop's on the lap because the lighting is that way. You always need to record against the lighting, or else it's gonna look like I'm recording as like an ISIS hostage, and I don't want to look like I'm an ISIS hostage because I don't want to be an ISIS hostage, and I have a childhood fear of ISIS to that they're gonna come back and kill me one day. So I don't know for the things I did. So I don't know. Yeah, terrible finishing. I mean, just awful, awful finishing today. Trash, garbage. I mean, should have been four, should have been five. Penalty, we should have had a penalty throughout the game. It was a dominant victory, but there was like a couple spells in the second half where Gladbach had chances. They had two chances all game. Tim Kleindienst had a very good opportunity on the head, and I think they did have another basically two good headed opportunities for Gladbach in our own box, but they didn't put it away. And for us, dude, countless opportunities, even at the end of the game where the game is back and forth and Gladbach are really pushing because they know they have a chance if they just bomb forward and get a goal. We could not put away the chances. Serge Gnabry missed 1v1. Alphonso Davies missed a 1v1. Leroy Sané missing an open goal before he goes off the pitch and gets angry and frustrated. Kingsley Coman misses a huge chance. I mean, we really could have had 4 to 5 goals, and this game should have been comfortable, easy. We should have been 3-4-0 by the 75th minute, and we should have been able to make subs, rest players. Even though, we had the break, you don't really need to rest players. We're going to have a lot of games coming up. We could have taken important players off and given some young people a chance, given Tell more minutes and this and that. But we didn't. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. We didn't put those chances away. And it was a 1-0 close game. And the difference maker was a penalty Michael Olise won and Harry Kane dispatched and put away. So, the positives for the game today are that we dominated Gladbach. Yes, they had two chances. We had like 8 chances. It was a dominant performance, but the scoreline isn't reflecting that. We're not able to get the scoreline to reflect our dominance often enough. We're doing well. And I think a lot of people who are frustrated with company and want him out or frustrated with this team, I think are a little too spoiled, need to calm down sometimes because we're on a good path. We are playing much more dominant football and more attractive football in comparison to the garbage we were seeing last season under Thomas Tuchel. Compared to that garbage, you guys were miles better. We're miles better, but we need to put the chances away. We need to put the chances away. That's the only issue, dude. If we were more consistently clinical, we can be genuine Champions League contenders. But with games like this against Gladbach, where we miss chances like this, I doubt that. Now, maybe it's rust from being 2 weeks off. Maybe these guys need to get back onto form, get some momentum going, and have confidence in front of goal. But the people missing chances are the same guys that are always missing chances, whether it's a post-break game or not. It's the same guys. Kingsley Coman, Serge Gnabry, Leroy Sané, our 3 big wingers that are supposed to be in their primes and carrying this team are consistently not being clinical enough. And it's frustrating because Leroy Sané gets in the good positions. Kingsley Coman has been getting in the good positions. Serge Gnabry has been getting in the good positions, and they don't put the ball in the back of the freaking net. Even Michael Olise today should have done better with 1 or 2 other opportunities, and he had his chances as well. But he was far from the issue today. Far from the issue. Thomas Muller outperformed Leroy Sané and Harry Kane today. I know Harry Kane scored the goal, but Thomas Muller outperformed Harry Kane and Leroy Sané in this game today before he got taken off. Michael Olise was probably our best attacker. I thought Yosu Kimmich had a good game. Yes, he gave away the ball in certain moments, but I felt like he was doing what I wanted him to do. We'll talk about each player in the player ratings, but it's a win. Win is a win. Coming off, I wanted to start the year off with a bang. We get a 1-0. It could have been a bang. Like I said, we could have had 4 or 5 goals, but it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. We had a lot of guys out. Jamal Musiala again. I feel like games like this where we aren't having too many the players putting away those chances and shifting the game further and further away from the opposition. A guy like Jamal Musiala, who consistently has been doing that for us this season and taking those strides to becoming a more important and impactful player with his output. We missed Jamal Musiala today because I think if we had Jamal Musiala today, I guarantee you, we have at least 3 goals. I guarantee you. So it just shows you the importance of Jamal Musiala. Yeah, Upamecano was out injured. Bowie was out injured. We had the injuries. Neuer came back, even though his game was iffy. He had 2 moments passing out of the back where was suspect, but it is what it is. I felt like in the other scenarios where Gladbach got those 2 headed chances, Neuer was actually very well positioned. Like Kleindienst's header, yes, he put it a little bit over the bar and didn't put it on target. But a lot of people will not notice is that Manuel Neuer positioned himself excellently for that Kleindienst header. So I'm thinking if Kleindienst gets that on goal, there's a high chance Manuel Neuer actually saves that. So I liked Manuel Neuer's positioning in the goal, how he picked up positions when shots were coming in at him in the second half. Because in the first half, Gladbach had no chances; they had 0 shots. So that's just kind of how the game was: lots of possession, not putting away the chances, and the defense. These kinds of games, a lot of people will flame the defenders, but it's in these kinds of games where I just feel bad for the defense because they do so well all game, stopping counterattacks, winning their risky 1v1 duels. A guy like Dyer today, who doesn't always play, gets a chance and is playing well with Kim. They're constantly doing all the hard work to stop counterattacks, to allow the attack to shine, and the attack just consistently lets those guys down. And it's like you're in training, bro. If you're in training and you're practicing counterattacks, yes, if you're on point in training, your defenders will stop 9 out of 10 counterattacks. But it's training. Eventually, a mistake is going to happen because people aren't perfect. We're not robots. And, Monchengladbach could have had that one chance out of 15 counterattacks that could have turned into a goal. But, they did well on the counter today, in my opinion. And the counter. And, yeah, they just did well on the counter. So let's just get into the match ratings, dude. Let's get into the match ratings. Now, let's see how I'm going to do this because the computer's on my lap. I think this should work. Right here, I think this should work. I'm just gonna lay my mic down like that, and I hope when I go back and watch this audio later that it's not trash, but it shouldn't be. The way I understand my mic to work, it shouldn't be. Manuel Neuer today, he got a clean sheet. Now he did have 2 suspect moments passing out of the back, and when your main job is to pass out of the back, Manuel Neuer, and you're supposed to be mistakeless, and you had 2 kind of suspect scenarios, I can't give you too high of a scoreline, even though I felt like he was preparing himself a lot. He was preparing himself well to make big saves against the Monchengladbach team. I have to give Manuel Neuer no more than a 5 out of 10 today. 5 out of 10. Konrad Laimer, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't good. I guess I'd give Laimer like a 4.5 out of 10. Sometimes Laimer gets into positions on the right wing when we're pushing up and we have the ball. Sometimes I just want him to cross more, bro. Sometimes he's in a crossing position and he plays it to Yosso Kimmich or Leon Goretzka on the top of the box. He waits for a Michael Olise overlapping run. Dude, sometimes just whip that ball in, Connie Laimer. Just whip the freaking ball in. Sometimes you have to do crossing inshallah. Sometimes you got to do it. It's not a bad thing. I hate how crossing inshallah has kind of a negative stigma these days. Bro, Laimer, just boot that ball into the box. Do it more, and I guarantee you'll get a couple more assists here or there. Eric D. Beckenbauer, Eric Dyer. For a guy who comes off the bench once every couple of months, decent performance today, who wasn't stellar or anything, I'd give him a 6 out of 10, bro. We kept clean sheets, man. We kept clean sheets. I would give Dyer 6 out of 10. Kim Min-jae. Yeah, I think I'd give Kim Min-jae. He was our best center back of the day. I'd give him a 6. I'd give him a 7 out of 10, honestly. I can't think of times Kim Min-jae really messed up, but he wasn't like imperious today. He wasn't like unstoppable today. So I give Kim Min-jae a 7 out of 10. I think Alphonso Davies was our best defender of the day. I just wish if Davies could have just put that 1v1 away he had in like the 80th sometime in the 80th minutes, I would have given him like a 9 out of 10. But I'll give Alphonso Davies today a 7.5 out of 10 rating. Very solid. And like I've been saying all season long on this channel, Alphonso Davies has been the best performing defender for Bayern this season, most consistent. So Davies, fantastic performance again. Very, very solid. Best left back in the world, in my opinion. Goretzka. Now, Goretzka, like I said, I was enjoying the Goretzka purple patch, but if you get back to performances like this, Leon, if you get back to performances like this, Pavlovic is going to come straight back into the lineup. He's going to come straight back in the lineup for you, Leon Goretzka. But yeah, not stellar. Wasn't great in the passing today, Leon Goretzka. The only big moment he had today was he had a good over the top. He had a good run in behind where he received the ball, controlled it, and had a pretty dangerous shot to goal. But yeah, Goretzka overall was just poor today. Poor today, Goretzka. I have to give Goretzka 3 out of 10. Yo, so Kimmich, I'm seeing criticism for Kimmich today. I don't quite understand it. Yes, he lost the ball a couple times, but I think that was a product of he was being riskier. And against a team that's playing park the bus, like Monchengladbach was doing, I don't mind that. I like that Kimmich today was going for, over the top balls more often. I like that he was playing riskier passes in between the lines. And just a couple times, yes, they didn't come off, but I thought today he was pushing the issue. I thought he really was pushing the issue today for this Bayern team and trying to create as much as he could. And to be honest, dude, people will look at Kimmich with criticism. If attackers will put away their chances with the plays that also Kimmich was starting and making, he would be getting much more praise after this game. But his attackers, I feel like, let him down today. I saw some people kind of rating him low. I really didn't understand why. I guess it's just a different perspective on football, but I really didn't understand why. I think Josu Kimmich, I'm also going to give him a 7.5 out of 10 today. Going into the attack, let's start with Olise. I think Olise, our best attacker. I gave Olise a 6.5 out of 10. I think all Olise's performance. No, you know what? He won the penalty. I'll give him 7 out of 10. All Olise's performance was missing today was just that goal or an assist, just that output. Because Olise's technical football this year has been good. He takes his players on. He cuts inside. He shoots. He does everything I ask of him on that right side. A guy like Leroy Sané, who was playing on that right, doesn't do. Take his man on enough. Cut inside and shoot enough. He doesn't do that enough. Olise does that enough. He wins fouls along the box. So I like Olise today. But you need to give me that goal or an assist. You need to give me that output, especially in a game where your other attackers aren't putting away the chances. Olise, you have to give me that output. He had 2 shooting opportunities today where he could have scored. In fact, he had a big chance, a ball across the goal, and he just couldn't get his foot to it. So he's just that close to getting like an 8 out of 10 today, maybe man of the match, but just need to get over that line and get me that output, Olise. Leroy Sané. I mean, today, dude, I just don't get it. I thought that game against Leipzig before we went to the winter break was a good showing for him. He was combining well on the left side, getting into many goal-scoring opportunities. Today, Leroy Sané was 5 mistakes. For every one thing he did right, he made 4 or 5 mistakes. And to top it all off, before he got subbed off, Leroy Sané missed off of the Monchengladbach goalie's mistake. Leroy Sané just skied an open net. Now, yes, the defender, I forget which defender it was for Gladbach, was it Itakura or whoever, was running back into the net to try and cover some space. But bro, Leroy Sané, when you're top of the 18-yard box and freaking you have basically a 95% wide open net, you cannot sky the ball. You cannot send that ball to Mars and Jupiter because we're not getting that ball back. We're not getting that chance back. And that was just the icing on the cake for Leroy Sané today. And you saw that. He got subbed off and he went straight down the tunnel right after. Frustrated with himself because he wants to stay at Bayern. I should probably make a contract talks video talking about all the contract situation at Bayern. But dude, Leroy Sané wants to stay at Bayern. But his performances are not warranting a contract extension. And honestly, if he's going to play as badly as this, his performances are not even warranting a contract extension with a massively reduced salary. At this point, if Leroy Sané wants to extend and stay at Bayern, he cannot earn more than 12 million euros a year. I know he's in the top pay bracket of 20-something million. He needs to cut that down. He needs to cut that down by at least 8 million. 12 mil max if we're going to sign Leroy Sané on an extension again. 12 million max a year. We can't pay him this much for such mediocre performances. So Leroy Sané performance Thomas Muller wasn't an issue. He created a couple big opportunities for us in the first half, but he also missed a massive point blank chance in the first half as well. He was definitely, compared to Kane and Zane, he wasn't bad. In fact, he was putting in that work. I would give Thomas Muller a 6.5 out of 10. And then Harry Kane, cool, nice penalty, Harry. I need more involvement. I need more of a presence in the box. Cool. That's like your fifth, sixth penalty of the year. Is that 5 penalties out of your 15 goals in the Bundesliga? That's only 10 open play goals after 14, 15 games. It's decent, but for someone who's a world class striker with getting, so many opportunities, I need more. And today with Kane is get in that box and get those opportunities. You're not getting in the box for those opportunities, dude. So Harry Kane today, I'd give Harry Kane like a 5 out of 10 because he dispatched the penalty and he did his job. He scored the goal, which is the winning goal because we won 1-0. And I could do the subs. I just don't want to. Gnabry came on, missed chances. Kingsley Coman came on and was actually beating his man a lot, so credit to him. But he missed a chance as well. What else do you want, dude? I'm just not going to do the ratings on the subs. And then Vincent Kompany, can you blame him, dude? These are the players he has, and they're not putting away the chances. Like, really, we should be coming away from this game 4 goals. Yes, maybe we should have conceded 1 or 2, but we should have had 4 to 5 goals this game. Vincent Kompany sent his team out. His team went out with his tactics, his game plan, created the chances, but the players on the field did not score. I'm sorry. Sometimes people jump on the manager too much. I'm not one of those guys. Vincent Kompany wasn't perfect today. He wasn't perfect, but I'm just trying to think what more can Kompany have done? Maybe take Leroy Sané off at half. You could have done that. Give guys like Tell or whoever was on the bench more minutes to come and make an impact. But, bro, he sent his team out there. They created a load of chances, and they didn't score them. And I like the lineup he played is the lineup he had, the players he had available. So, Vincent Kompany, man, I swear, when he gets all of his players back, most of his squad back, when Hiroki Ito is back, when Stanisic is back, Boe, Palhinha, Musiala obviously will be back for the next game. I'm telling you, when all these players are back, man, Kompany will be able to thrive more because they'll have more options to start in a starting 11 when players are in and out of form. But he hasn't had that many options because of the injury issues we've had the last 2 months. So for Kompany, bro, 7.5 out of 10. I'm sorry, 7.5 out of 10 today from Vincent Kompany. Players let him down. It made it a much closer game than it needed to be. So, guys, that's my reaction. It's been your boy Hokage Puya. At least we started the game with a win, the year with a win. 4 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga table. Eintracht Frankfurt will probably fall off because it looks like Omar Marmoush is going to Manchester City, and it's going to be us and Bayer Leverkusen for this title. Mia Samia, guys. Let's keep these wins going, and let's stay top of that table for the rest of the season. It's been your boy Hokage Puya. I'll see you guys in the next one.